Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Courtney, this is Phyrra, and Nyx is in the other room at the moment. Before I jump into this video, I want to remind you to click the little subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on seeing things from me or my poodles. Today's video is a request from the Phyrra Nyx Facebook group. We were talking about capsule makeup collections in there, and I said I would put together a goth capsule makeup collection. Now, I feel like it needs to be said that you don't have to be pale to be goth. This may come as a shock to some people, but a lot of people who are goth are pale, but just as many are not. Being pale is a goth stereotype, and it's not really reflective of the culture at large. Alright, so no matter what, you're going to need an eyeshadow primer. I prefer Too Faced Shadow Insurance. You can use any primer you like. Urban Decay's Primer Potion is also great. You also need a setting powder. I like Milani's Prep Set Go setting powder. I use this to set my eyeshadow, and it can set my foundation. I have oily hooded lids, but the rest of my skin is very, very dry, so that is a great product for me because it helps my eyeshadow to last longer and blend better. Now on to eyeshadows. So in my opinion, for a goth capsule collection, you basically need, at the minimum, you need a matte black, a matte white, a matte red, and a matte purple. And I have all of these here in my Glam Tech palette. So that's my top row. My bottom row colors are basically optional. This is kind of like a deep gray taupe, so you could use this to contour if you wanted to do that. This is a light, like kind of beige color, so you could use that as a transition or blending out color. This is a light purple, also you could use that as a transition or blending out color. And this is an iridescent white with a blue shift, so that could be a good highlight. But basically with these four colors right here in the top row, you could do anything you want. I put this together with all Sugar Pill colors, so that's Taco, Love Plus, Poison Plum, Bulletproof, and this is Castle on the Hill, Heart-Shaped Cookie, Frostine, and Snow Angel. So those would be my must-have colors and nice-to-have colors. And this will basically let you create any sort of gothic look that you want. Now let's talk about lip pencils. I think that there are basically two colors that you need. You need a black lip pencil and a red lip pencil. This is Kat Von D's X, and this is Urban Decay's Perversion. And the reason that you need one of these two colors is that with a black, you can use it under any color to deepen it and basically make it look more intense, any lipstick color. And with the red, it's basically a classic. So let's talk lipsticks. There are three colors that I think are a must-have for gothic lips. One is a classic bright red. I've chosen 714 by Urban Decay. One is a classic black. I chose Urban Decay's Perversion because this is my all-time favorite black lipstick. And the last color that I chose is Urban Decay's Heroine, which is a deep blue. Now, what I love about having these lipsticks and these pencils is that you can basically, depending on which pencil you use, you're going to end up with a different color. So for example, if you take the black lip pencil and use that to line and fill in your lips, and then put 714 on top and blend it out with a lip brush, you're going to end up with a really, really deep blackened red shade. So you have like a nice deep color. If you use the red lip pencil and Heroine lipstick with a lip brush, you can mix the two colors together with a lip brush to create a purple. So you can mix the colors together to create a purple if you want. So with just those three lipsticks and those two pencils, you really have a lot of options. I mean, obviously, of course, if you want to have more lipsticks, I would be all for it, but I was trying to really limit it. The other lipstick color that I would recommend is Sugar Pill's Euphoria, which is like my perfect deep matte teal blue. I love that color. And if you wanted an optional lip pencil, the one that I use all the time is Urban Decay Hex, and that's because it's a deep wine. I'm actually wearing it today with Sugar Pill's Strange Love lipstick. Sugar Pill's Strange Love lipstick was limited edition, but it's coming back. So if you have an interest in having like the lip that I'm wearing, which is awesome for fall or for I think it's awesome really anytime because I love deep vampy red like shimmery lips, I would pick these two up. So then you need eyeliner. I would recommend a black pencil like Urban Decay's Perversion eye pencil and a gel liner like Sigma Wicked, because between the two you can cover pretty much anything. You can do graphic eyeliner with these. You can basically use this to line your waterline, whatever you want. You need a good foundation, so whatever foundation you're most comfortable with that works with your skin. I have very dry skin, so the only foundation that I own that I don't have to mix white into is Eden Minerals Norskin Foundation in the shade Urine. I love this foundation and think it's great, but it is definitely geared for dry skin like mine. If you have oily skin, I would recommend that you look at Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. I love this foundation for oily skin, and I think it has a great shade range. Like, it has a ton of different colors. I just personally find it difficult for me to wear because I have dry skin and it's not geared for my skin type. You also need a good concealer. My favorite concealer is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, as you can see by my tube, which is like all like scratched up from continued use. So I think this is an awesome concealer to use for anything around the face, under the eyes, whatever you need. It has a lot of pigmentation, so a little goes a long way. Now, we mentioned in the eyeshadow colors that if you wanted to contour, you could use the Sugar Pill shade Castle on the Hill. So building on that, if you want to highlight, I would recommend that you do one of two things. I would either say pick up the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, which you can use these 4 colors with all of your different eyeshadows to create more looks and highlight your face. Or you can pick up a single highlighter like this. This is Makeup Geek Celestial. It is my all-time favorite highlighter. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now, if you can see. I think it gives me a beautiful highlight, but both of those products would be really great for a capsule collection, in my opinion. If you were going to be going out clubbing and dancing, I would highly recommend that you invest in a setting spray. I love the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray for my dry skin, and I've heard great things about the Make It Last setting spray by Milani, but if you want to go with a classic, Urban Decay's All Nighter is excellent, and it just works. It works every single time, so it is an excellent product to invest in to keep your makeup sealed in. Plus, you can use it to foil eyeshadows, which is how I often use it. You also need a mascara. I would recommend checking out like IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, or you could try something like Eyeko's Black Magic Mascara, just something that is going to work with your lash type. Now on to brows. I personally love Wonder Brow. I think it is an excellent product. You can use it to make your brows very bold and sweat proof, or you can kind of feather it out for a softer look. I use the shade Jet Black, and I think that's everything. So this is everything that I would use for a Goth Capsule makeup collection. I find it fascinating that so many people really love this capsule concept. So please be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it helpful, fun, entertaining, or informative, please give it a thumbs up and share. It really makes my day. Thank you so much for watching.